Hello, darling. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back. Some weeks just go by so fast. Like for me, that week was just, I felt like I just sat down here and here we are again. Look at us. We're so fabulous. Let's get into it. Hello, world. Come inside the Dear Juju podcast. Okay, this podcast, I want it to be fun and silly and a break from all the crap out there where you go, let me just turn it on and hear what she's saying. I do have some news. I am not doing my caftan launch live in Los Angeles IRL at an event. Life happened. Something happened. I was doing it at a place with a friend, and that friend has, for personal reasons, we've had to cancel. Now, I was going to invite over 200 people. It was going to be VIP. It was going to be Who's Who. It was going to be LA Magazine, Los Angelino Magazine, like LA Times, fashion articles. Like we were going to invite all the editors. We were going to invite all the people, all the stylists. It was going to be a big Who's Who. Now that it's not happening, I feel it's really good because my loves really want one, now can get one, because what if they all would have blown off the shelf? I had already about 60 people hit me up and say that they want a caftan and which one that they want. Now, we have kind of started to do the pricing on them, and the pricing is going to be 2s, 3s, and then high 4s. On some of them that are just really special and really delicate. One of them, the black one that there's only one of with the gold kind of squares, that is dead stock Marc Jacobs. Okay. So I have a connect who does all dead stock designer. There was only 4 yards of this material. It was more expensive than, you would gag if you knew the price. Then to be done in LA, all by women. So this is not fast fashion here. This is something that you will have in your closet into your 60s at the old age home. You know what I mean? You'll be going to the swanky soirees and be like, bitch, I still got on my Dear Juju caftan. Okay. So this is a limited drop, and you know that I'm moving. So I need to switch production and find a pattern maker and material in my new location of London. So get them now. Saying all that, I have decided to do an Instagram live. I'm going to give a little bit of a discount, which I told myself I wasn't going to do because, bitch, Bentleys are never discounted. But I think it'll be good and an incentive. You can get your holiday caftan, and then you can also kind of think of what's going on spring or summer 2025 and get it for all those weddings and those fabulous times. Get you a little discount and get the party started. I think it all ended up, being for a reason. And that way we could do it live and we can all get one. I'm going to sell out of them and not even have one of my own. Yeah, such is a business. This week was really taken up by very sad tragedy that has happened to a very dear close friend of mine. This is supposed to be a fun podcast, but all I'm going to say is I don't know who needs to hear this. If you have your health, you have your wealth. And please don't forget that. Don't take it for granted. Tell your body thank you. Your cells are listening. Your DNA is listening. It's getting data. The energy does not lie. Tell your arms and your legs and your sight and your everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for getting me up. Thank you for letting me dance. Thank you for letting me work. Thank you for letting me run and see my kids and throw them up in the air and throw them on the bed. We really sometimes take this bag of bones for granted. So if you have a healthy body right now, you should stop and say thank you. Now, I had something really crazy happen. A friend that I haven't talked to, that I was extremely close to, just called me out of the blue after a year and a half. And I'm just like, who the fuck do you think you're messing with? Okay? You think you're going to ghost me for a year and a half and then just call me out of the blue and I'm just going to pick up the phone? That is wild to me. The gall, you know what I mean? The nerve, the balls on some people have. A lot of people in my life. Here's the thing. I'm a Pisces, so I will love you. I don't care what you are. You could be the darkest horse and have all these issues that I'll just be like, I love you. Because I love a little dark, I like a little a little something, something, if you will, a little sinister something under the hood. It makes me feel comfortable. So, maybe because of the house I grew up in. Drama. So I will love you no matter what. And I think what happens is a lot of people take that love and that understanding that I gave them and that openness and that acceptedness in a friendship. And then after doing me wrong a few times and I decide that it's not good for me, I cut it. I don't cut it. I sever it. She's extreme today. And when it's dead, it's dead. And there's no coming back from it. And for me, that's boyfriends, girlfriends, best friend, fathers. I've done it all. Okay. I've cut them all off. And I've given them time and time and time and time and chance and chance and chance and chance and helping. Da 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 da. Ding. And then it's just done. And I'm like, okay, I'm compromising my values, my boundaries, who I am for this relationship. And clearly it's not reciprocating. They're treating me a certain way. I would never treat them that way. And then I'm done. And when I'm done, it literally is like something in my heart and the place that I had for you and the space that I held for you just goes black. It just goes into a black hole. It goes into oblivion and it doesn't exist. And you know what I'm thinking? If I hadn't talked to someone in a year and a half that we had a whatever, I would at least text, and say, hey, I just wanted to say, I really miss you. I would love to catch up. There's some things that I really would like to say to you. Are you free Thursday for a call? Let me know what day we can chat on the phone if you're available for it. Like, put your toe in the water. You know what I mean? Read the room before you just drop that phone call. Because to me, I'm just like the nerve. I had to share that with you because as I said, I'm like heated a little bit. I'm trying to separate and just see it for what it is. But I was just like, I'm just in shock and in awe of what people do. The nerve on these people. And let me tell you something. There's probably a lot of people around you that got some nerve too. Okay. Don't let them have the nerve. Don't do it. Wax it. Wax it. It hurts a little bit. Hot wax gets poured on, it gets ripped off, and you're like, ah. But then what do you have? Squeaky clean and lovely, a new slate. And that feels better than anything. So beware. Don't try me. What else happened this week? I went to a friend's birthday party and we are part of a group called the Glamour Girls. And we've kind of all made friends through our love of vintage. We go to every vintage market. We're always there. We're all friends with each other. We all started going to each other's birthdays and get invited because we're always at the events and having cocktails and having a good time. So it's really become like a nice little community and we're all in a group chat called the Glamour Girls. So it's super fun. And this particular Glamour girl was having her 40th birthday. So we went to the Formosa Cafe, which was so divine. It's where all the Hollywood stars used to go and have a drink. It's Asian themed inside. The best Asian food. I had a Chinese chicken salad. I had orange chicken. It was lovely. We sat at the bar next to these two Armenian guys that were hilarious. They ordered the whole menu. I had such a good time. I can get dressed up and just go to dinner. What's fun for me? Getting dressed up is fun. Going to dinner is fun. Having a couple cocktails is fun. And then, I'm done. The event was a dance party at this bar loungy kind of place. It wasn't a club. It was like an upstairs kind of private situation, which was nice. Disco ball, really great music. And if there's good company, a good vibe, and great music, which is my music, which they were playing, I'm on a 45-minute timer. I'm on a 45-minute countdown. That's extending it. That's as long as I got. Okay. So as soon as I go, honey, you're on 44, 59, 58, 57. I walk in and I say hi to everyone. There was a photographer there and I took a bunch of pictures. I did a little dance. Yes. Right? We dancing. Hey, oh my God, how are you? Oh, that's so funny. And then after 4 or 5 songs, I'm sitting down. Yep. That's me. I'm sitting down and I told the girl that I went with, hey, you go have fun, but I'm done. I'm tapped out. That's it. That's all I got. I just wanted to come, say hi, see people, have one cocktail, step, touch 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'm ready to leave. Now, here's the thing. I don't need to go out to dance. I don't need to go out to have a good time. We forget that, I'm a dancer. So that's what I do. And a lot of people, I get it, have 9-to-5s or have other jobs where they need to go out dancing. I dance in the shower. We have a dinner dance party almost every night where we put on music and we all dance. I dance, I go to classes. I dance on set when I work. I dance every day. I don't need, the kitchen is my club. Okay. Woo, when I'm cooking a good meal, when I got the music on, when you smell it and you got candles lit and you're having a glass of wine and it's the jam is on. Dancing, yeah, we'll be dancing, yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, that is my favorite place to be. So I don't need a bar to do that. I don't need a club to do that. And let's be honest, I have little kids. Like, that's the stage of life that I'm in. So I know, come rain, hell, shine, or high water, that those kids are going to be up at 6:30. So at 11:30, I'm like, you got to go. Because if I drop you off and I got 30 minutes home, I'll be lucky if I go to bed at 12:30. And then I can at least have 6 hours. And I know I'm going to get woken up in the middle of the night because someone either peed the bed, peed their diaper, got scared, needs to blow their nose, wants with me to go with them to the bathroom. Like, I know I'm going to get woken up anyways. So yeah, my life is a disco party. I don't need anything or anyone to have a good time. And that really, I think, is my superpower. I really do, because I am in my own world, having my own drinks with my own music, cooking my own good food. Oh my gosh. And my heart is just bumping. I just have such a good time by myself. This week went by so fast, and I'm not trying to be a downer, but that situation that came up just was a lot. And, I'm here to have fun and make you laugh, but my week was really taken up by something very serious. So, and some days they just be like that. So we're here to go with the flow, shake off the bad. I'm giving everyone good vibes and health and wealth. Okay? And don't forget, your issues are in your tissues, So clear those issues with your therapist, with inner child work. You gotta do the work. Issues stay in your tissues. Get that shit out. The body keeps score. My husband, I shit you not, has scoliosis. It looks, his spine basically manifested me because his spine looks like a J. I shit you not. Or an S. It's wild, his spine. He used to have all these major back problems and back issues. And he did this inner work with this therapist that was about like body, mind, soul, trauma connection. And he has completely cleared his back pain. Not with any acupuncture, not with any acupressure, not with any chiropractor, nothing. But working on his shadow work. Issues are in your tissues. Get those issues out. This is not the time. We ain't playing anymore, okay? Bye. Remember, your inner circle, no drama, no trauma. Here's the thing that actually came to me. I think for the ticky-tackies, because the ticky-tackies does not like music. It really likes you to talk, It really likes voiceover, So I think for the TikToks, are you on TikTok? Let me know. That's where I'm going to be doing my daily London diary dump. I am going to every single day, no matter what, put up basically my London diary, my escapades of me living there. I'm going to catalog it all on TikTok. And I think that's just a really good place. So follow me on TikTok. I think I'm at the Dear Juju show, because I didn't have Dear Juju, even though I could do a cease and assist because I own the trademark and the copyright. But later. I'll do that later. Follow me there so that I can do Dear Juju does Big Ben, a daily diary dump of a glamour puss in a new city. All right, so with all that, let's get into some domestic goddessness, shall we? Cooking. Soups and tarts go so well together, because think about it, it's like a pizza. You know what I mean? Like, tart is a fancy way to say pizza. And One that I absolutely love is caramelized onion, sweet potato. I add a little bit of spinach in there, some goat cheese on puff pastry. Ugh. You guys, it is so bomb. Sprinkle it with some olive oil and thyme when it comes out. It is so easy. Delicious. I put a base of like a mascarpone cheese on the bottom as well. It's really lovely. So with the sweet potatoes, you cube them and then you par steam them so that they're a little bit soft, that you know you can bite into them, but they still hold their shape. So on the puff pastry, you do the mascarpone, then you put your softened sweet potatoes. You have to caramelize your onion in the pan, sprinkle your caramelized onion, then do dollops of goat cheese. You guys, it is so good. I also like to add a little bit of spinach in there for some green. Very end of my caramelized onions, when I know they're done, I also throw in like a bag of spinach. And that way that'll wilt down really easily. You could also do this with mushrooms, but think about tarts. It's so easy. You get puff pastry from the store. You can braid the sides or kind of stamp the sides, put an egg wash on it. It's buttery, it's creamy, it's flaky. It's got the onion. You could sprinkle some chili flakes and thyme on top. It's also a great start to if you're having Thanksgiving and you want something to give everyone while you wait for the big meal. That would be really lovely to put out in little like sheets, you know what I mean, while they're having their first glass of wine. So think about that. Okay, cocktails. I had a whiskey sour when I went to Formosa, and you guys, it was so divine. The whiskey, the egg white, it just says fall, a maraschino cherry. Next time you're out and you see that the bar is really good and you know it's got its stuff, I'm not talking like your local I'm talking about like a high profile situation, because you want to make sure that they know how to cook that egg white in the shaker and that they get it right. So you have 1.5 ounces of bourbon, you have a dash of an egg white, that makes it the sour, the fresh lemon juice, that's what cooks the egg white. Then you have a little bit of sugar, some simple syrup, and then you have that maraschino cherry. It's beautiful. Don't forget about a whiskey sour. That bourbon in the back of that throat. Decor. So what I'm going through and what I'm into, I would love to pass on to you. You know that bitch inside that you know that you are? It doesn't matter if no one's even seen it yet. It doesn't even matter if no one's even got the smell of it yet. They haven't even whiffed who you know to be inside, which is that bad bitch, right? My decor advice is, do your rooms reflect that? Do they? Here's the thing. You do the work of feeling that who you are inside. That's the most important work, and almost all of it. But then you need to dress like you're that bitch, and your home needs to reflect that you're that bitch. And I say bitch, you could be a guy, a girl, a this, or that, you that one. You're the star energy. So imagine, okay, HGTV, AD, Vogue, whoever was coming into your house. Let's play a little game. Okay, you know I love to role play. What would you edit? What would you do? What would you wallpaper? What would you paint? What would you find and search that's fabulous? What would you get rid of? Do that now. What are you waiting for? Because guess what? When you walk into every home and that home says, I'm that bitch, I'm magazine and worthy and ready because I am who I am, every room is now confirming, and you're stepping into that energy in your space every single time you walk into that room. We're confirming it. This is my philosophy, is I've never owned a home. I really am trying to manifest owning a home. That's my goal. So I am pretending in my head, what would I keep if I came back and I owned a home? What would I want in that first home? Stuff that I've had for 20 years? Or like, are we curating a new experience? And that's what I'm doing. So that's why I'm getting rid of everything, because I'm really trying to manifest you are worthy of being in the home that I own. Because that place is about to be a show pony, honey. We know. So I just want to make sure in your manifesting and your mantra and your shadow working and everything that you're doing, are you dressing like it? And are you stepping into every room like it? Yeah, you heard me. Think about your house right now. Think about if HGTV or Architectural Digest or Vogue said, hi, we would like to come do a story on you in your home. What would you fix? You know that comes up right away. For me, all we had to do was wallpaper the foyer. That was the one thing that I wanted to do. Oh, and I painted the hallway as well. So I painted the hallway, I wallpapered the foyer, and then it was like, okay, that's what I've always wanted to do. Those were the last things. I used to say, it's not like HGTV or Architectural Digest is coming up in here. And then I was like, you know what? As long as I keep saying that, they won't. So I started saying, I'm going to get this house ready for a feature, because someone's going to come feature my home. So I started getting rid of things I didn't want, wallpapering, adding beautiful things, painting, doing it step by step when the budget would allow. And I would say, I'm getting ready for my close-up. This is getting ready for my close-up. And wouldn't you know, that's when HGTV called. And they said, we would like to do a home feature on you. So just think about that, because be the change you want to see in the world. So first it has to happen here, and then here, and then here, and then it'll come. That's my decor tip, honey. Manifestation decoration. Oh, she's starting something new. Are you dressing like you're that bitch? Are you decorating like you're that bitch? Alert, alert, alert. Do it. Decorate like you that bitch. Now, with all that, let's get into some Q&A with some TNA, okay? Yeah. Okay, from the gram. Dear Juju, hi, Hattie. Have you had a house sale? And if so, how'd it go? No, I'm 41 and we still have never owned a home. My husband has on his own terms. I never have before, and we've never bought one together. So it's gone great because we're able to rent, and now we can just be like, deuce, we give our 30-day notice, we're out. And I think we always kind of knew that. This is like our first family home that we've really rented together with both of our kids. And my husband always felt like an anxiousness about this situation. I think it's because he's from Australia. He had a home there. He sold it and everything in it to come be with me in Los Angeles. And I don't think it ever really kind of fit, you know? And if we do move back, I think it will be great, and we will buy, because he will say, that's where I think we should raise our kids. I think this is the best place, because he knows Australia now. We'll now know London and Europe. And I think our next place that we're going, we will really put in roots, and I think we'll be there for a long time. But I'm also okay with not owning, because I really like just going with the flow. And the flow, if it can take you somewhere, it can take you a little bit easier than selling a home. But then it leaves a bigger legacy for the kids. You know, it leaves really an estate to pass down to them. So, I mean, it's my dream to own a home. It is my dream. I mean, look what I do for a rental. Could you imagine if I owned this? The walls would be gone. It would be wild. Wild if I had full reign. This is just paint and polish, okay? So hopefully on the next one. Dear Juju, my partner insists on wearing socks with sandals, even to formal events. Do I support this fashion disaster or stage an intervention? Okay. They want comfort, right? Here's the thing. You know how I feel. You can't change anybody. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. But you know what they want. They want comfort. And my husband's the same way. Okay, we are opposites attract. We are Beauty and the Beast. Not that I'm a beauty, but I'm a glamour puss, and he wears stains and t-shirts. That's a mess. So this is the one boundary I did tell him. If you're going to go with me somewhere, you can't wear stains. Like, we're just not doing that. Have some self-respect, you know? Like, come on. Brush your hair, brush your teeth, make sure that there's, no stains. Like, you don't have to be like in a 3-piece suit, but you got to wash your ass, So here's the thing that you need to say. You need to say, to formal events, you can't wear sandals. It's just rude. But if you want comfort, we can get you really nice socks and smoking slippers. I feel like that's a really good great alternative for them. You know those slippers that almost look like loafers, but they're embroidered like on a diamond, and then sometimes they have stitching of initials or a crest on the toe or something. You can get them plain if that's too much for them. But I feel like if you get them like a polka dot sock that's really nice, that's, where they put it on, they go, damn, these are nice socks. And then put their foot into a slipper and just tell them, you can't wear a sandal, but you can wear a slipper. And we're going to get you some Hugh Hefner, pimp daddy kind of slippers that you can wear and still have your comfort. You don't have to tie anything up. You don't have to lace anything up. Let me see if I can find a brand for you. I mean, even Marcus has a black slipper. If you just Google men's formal slipper, then he can pick out whichever kind speaks to him. He can keep it plain if he wants, but usually like a velvet or something that's really nice and really comfortable. He feels like he's wearing slippers and he won't even know the difference. But that's your mandatory. You're not coming with me if you're wearing sandals. I'm going by myself, period. And that's what I've told my husband. I'm like, we don't go out with stains. Like, come on, you can do this. My husband, I'm literally arguing with him because I got him a t-shirt from a coffee shop and here in LA, because he's going to be on set in London with, all these other people that are also from LA. So I just thought, this is so cute. Look at that t-shirt. I really like the graphic design. It was black. It was no big deal. And I said, oh, let me get him a little coffee shop t-shirt. And he was so not into it. He was so not, he was like, cool, a coffee shop t-shirt. He just didn't understand it. And I said, just listen. And then today he went to work at set with the, what he's doing. I'm not allowed to say. But he said as soon as I walked in the door, someone commented on my t-shirt in a favorable way. And I said, I told you. And this is something that I tell my son. I don't know everything, but I know food and fashion. Okay? I don't know everything. But I know food and fashion because that's what I argue with my men the most. I'm like, listen, I'm a lady. Let me dress you and let me feed you. I know food. I know fashion. This is what I know. I know interior design. I know good advice. I know entertainment. I know this stuff. And I'm like, I was trying to tell my son today. I'm like, listen, you want to get what? And he's like, a girl. Granted, he's 6 years old, but I'm just priming him. And I said, I know. And his girlfriend that he's had since preschool, he's my little sentimental booby. I said, what does she love about you? And he goes, my hair. And I'm like, your hair that mom cuts and mom styles, because he's on a new kick that he doesn't want to do his hair. Now, it's so annoying. And I'm like, fine, don't do your hair, but you look like a slob kebab, just so you know. And girls don't like slob kebabs. They don't. They like it put together. They like a man in control, and they like someone who takes care of themselves, because then you're going to take care of others, and you're going to take care of business, and you're going to take care of it. So it's a foreshadowing of what's happening. And he's probably like, this is way too much information. I just want Legos and for you not to mess with me. But I said, listen, and I tell my son all the time, what do I know? Food and fashion. Okay. I'm like, listen, that pizza is going to be bomb in my homemade ranch. Just try it. He's like, I don't want to do it. I said, try it. He tried it. And he's like, when I get the thumbs up from Rocco, it's game over. Now, every time he sees pizza, he's like, where's the ranch? And I'm like, I told you, food and fashion. This is what I know, kid. Stick with me, okay? I named you Rocco. You're going to speak Spanish. You're going to have a cool haircut. You're going to dress well, all swagged out. All the girls will love you. But you got to listen to the glamour guru, okay? You have to. And I'm your mother. I know it's very complicated, but it was funny because my husband's literally texting me. So, sometimes men just need to freaking listen. Like, okay. And this is the thing. Own your strengths and own your weaknesses. Back to the question. Be like, fashion is not your thing. Okay. I know fashion. I know what you need to do. Just listen to me. Okay. My husband's good at grass. He's good at finances. He's good at all that stuff. And I'm like, we just do whatever you say because that's your bag. Whatever you want to do with the grass, go for it. I don't give a shit. Wherever we're investing our money and this and that, whatever. Just make sure we got some. Don't spend it all. I'm like, that's what you know. I know other things. So we have to go with our strengths and our weaknesses here in this relationship. Dear Juju, I bought a fancy kitchen gadget that was supposed to change my life, but it's been sitting in the cupboard ever since. How do I break up with an appliance? Oh my God, that's hilarious. Sell it on Facebook Marketplace now. Right now, as you're listening to this, sell it right now. Like if you haven't used it in the past 6 months to a year, it's gone. All the seasons have come and gone. And you didn't wear it and you didn't use it. We don't have any more time for stuff that we're not using, okay? If you haven't worn it in a year, used it in a year, seen it in a year, bye-bye. Don't be a hoarder. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And like I said, decoration manifestation. You want to be that decisive person. Haven't used it, let it go, right? And keep moving on. That's the kind of bitch you want to be. So if you haven't used it, you don't need to ask me. You know you need to sell that on Facebook Marketplace and get you some $50. Like, come on, get it gone. All right, that's the podcast. I love you. Try a whiskey sour. Make you a tart, okay? Decoration manifestation. Write down everything. If HGTV or Architectural Digest was coming, what you would want to do, start doing that. Because every room in your house needs to manifest that you are the star that I and you know that you are. All right, stay tuned for the live of when we're going to go live and sell these caftans, baby. They're going to go like hotcakes. I have a feeling. I love you. You're a star. Don't forget it. Please take a moment. Thank your body. Give yourself a hug. Let's do it together. You know what? Let's do it together. Oh, I got big arms, bitch. That's why you never see them, because they big. Thank you, body. Thank you, 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 face. I will never be as young as I am today. I will never have as much hair as I do today. My skin cells are all working. The blood is flowing. The tits are a little saggy, but I got them. You know, at least they're clear and clean of everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Take some time. Thank your body. Thank your health, because if you have health, you have wealth. Okay? I love you, and I'm out. I'll see you next week, bitch. Mwah!